Respect him. Is it tough? Back away from that window. What? Protect her put my pants on it yet? No, sir. It's just a feeling I've been having since the news about the air.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Chicago Bears. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. Past the 20 for a short gain, second down. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Bears at 3-6 now on the year. And they've lost 3 straight here. And it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football. But if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Fields on 3rd down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And they go play action now. Burrow. He sets to fire deep. And this one is incomplete. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak, and what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. His tremendous season passing the football, it continues, Charles. That last throw puts him over 4,000 yards now in a year.
And he's still got the rest of November and all of December still to play. So to me, 5,000 yards, very much in play. Here we go.
Another try for Mixon, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Burrow from his own end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Oh, I like this call. I know they weren't successful on it, but so many times defenses load up trying to get a safety when you're in this spot. How about taking the shot downfield, hoping to use their momentum against them? They didn't get it, but I sure like what they were doing there.
He's got a man complete. A big play there for Cincinnati. 44 yards. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He will find his man. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it is also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Fields. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those divisions. And he fires one that's intercepted. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick-6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick-6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We score in offense. Can he keep up with us?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now Burrow on first down. This is caught. Touchdown Bengals. T. Higgins with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bengals will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. This pass on target, Velus Jones with it. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. And here we go on 4th down. Fields. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Here we go. On third down, Burrow. He's going to let it go again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, but this is a live football. But that's always a risk on those longer kicks. You have to drive it low to get it there. That opened the door for a better chance for the defense to get a hand on it, and that's just what we saw there.
And even if the odds increase a little bit because it's a longer field goal attempt, it's still difficult to get hands on the football and create a block. Big-time excitement for that unit, getting through and knocking that one away.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw there hauled in by Claypool. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
That one good for 37 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll roll him out right. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. T. Higgins. His second touchdown of the night. And the Bengals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
There to make the tackle, Jonathan Abram.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Oh, the man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I'll agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are. But what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
On first down, it's Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
In motion left goes Jones. From the gun on third down, Fields. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bengals will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanket in the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. Across the formation, and he gets this to Miller. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Burrow will throw. Dancing to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 30. 10. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick-6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense, delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Now on comes the Bears offense as they'll be called in to go for 2. Fields trying to throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Bengals drive about to get going. After the pick six, here's Burrow again. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. First down, here's Burrow. It's Miller, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Flush to his right. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Burrow on play action. On the right side open is Gesicki. Touchdown! Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man, completes it to Claypool. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Fields going to hold on to it. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Fields going to keep it once more. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And this is back to a 5-point game. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Scotty Miller, 75 yards. And the Bengals appear to be headed to a 9-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. From the 10.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Fields. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Fields. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Again, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Fields now to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That going to be caught downfield by Miller. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning.
Here we go. 11.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be caught. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football.
11 empty.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As we prepared for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
Oh, no doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on 2-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Another try after the 1st down sack. Fields over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now a 1st down throw. Fields. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
11.
They'll try and throw for it. That's caught at the 2. And did he get the football to break the play? No, he did not. They'll say he's out of bounds, shy of the goal line, and they'll be denied on the 2-point conversion. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And one last throw here for Fields. And now here is another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.